How are we doing? Welcome back to the hashtag Lockboss Show and Giveaway. Excited to be here with you all on May 14th. How about that? How is everybody doing today? How is everybody doing today? Let's see here. G Man 565. Congratulations on being the first here today. Let's see what time. Oh, 10:53 a.m. Impressive. Very impressive. Well, I'll tell you what, here in just a few short minutes, of course, we're going to be going over the post of the week, comment of the week. We're going to be looking at a survey and talking about it. It'll be fun. And then, of course, last but not least, we're going to be announcing this week's Lucky Lockboss winners. So, tell you what, of course, I have a Topo Chico here. As a matter of fact, I think there's some Zip Fizz or remnants of a Zip Fizz. I tell you what, I've been just pounding the energy drinks lately more than I should. But anyways, so what I'm drinking, Topo. Cheers to all you out there drinking a Topo or your favorite beverage of choice. All right. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and dive in and have a little bit of fun. And man, I'm excited to kind of go over some of this information with you all. It's going to be fun. Now, of course, in the background, we're going to have the one and only Julio doing weird things with music, I'm guessing. But we'll just see there. And let's go ahead and get started here. All right. Season 3.5 posts of the week. First one comes from Matthew H. Matthew says, just wanted to thank everyone at CLK Supplies for the awesome prizes. The quality of your shirts is amazing. I wear them all the time, and I really appreciate the Lockboss swag. And I'm happy to rep such a wonderful business. Matthew H. Hey, thank you not only for the kind words, but for sending the photo in. And I'm telling you, I have the same thing going on here, right? I got, it's just freezing. I think we have the AC on today. What, it says it's 72 degrees out here. AC must go on because I'm freezing. I wish I had like a winter jacket at the moment. But yeah, lots of good stuff there. Glad you like the shirts. It's always so important to me and to all of us here, actually, that we use high quality merch. Hey, listen, I don't think anybody likes a cheap T-shirt, right? I know I don't, unless maybe if I'm working in the yard or something, pulling weeds like I was this weekend. But yeah, Matthew H, thanks for sending that in. All right, next. Next one, this one comes from Jamie H. Jamie says, I was so excited to get my swag from you guys. Got me walking tall like a true lock boss. I'm the coolest guy in the shop now. Thank you to CLK Supplies. Your content has helped me tremendously on my journey to becoming a locksmith. Very cool. Hey, glad to hear that. Cool pick. Like all the stuff there, as well as see the nice workbench in the background. Got yourself a, what was that, 3000 slab pinning kit. Very cool. Good stuff. All right, coming up is the comment of the week. This one comes from Rigid Locksmith. Sorry, it's so tiny to see there, but okay. Let's see here. These tips and tricks are the first era of videos, or from the first era of videos from PJ. When I started out, I really appreciated going over these tips. Sometimes relevant, sometimes not, but good knowledge to keep in the back of my mind. Yes, thanks for pointing that out. It's funny. I probably went on the tear at the very beginning. I think from 2019 through sometime in 2021, I was doing what, like 2-3 tip technical tip videos a week. I tell you what, and I was having a blast doing them too. So thanks for pointing that out. That's fun. It's always fun to still do them. I of course still throw them in occasionally, or I guess more than occasionally. But yeah, and the funny part about that video, we're talking about the LFIC control pin video. That came about because I lost it, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh, where is this thing? I don't know about you guys, but when you're pinning up a lock, growing up, right? So if my pinning kit was right here where my computer is, and like this would be all where the pins are, right here, like on the corner, there'd always be like some sort of plastic tub of some sort. And so when you'd go to rekey a lock, you'd pop it out, especially like a new one or whatever, you'd pop it out and you would just go like this, and you just, dump the pins. Well, and then there'd be just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pins in there. Well, sometimes you dump it out, next thing you know, you can't find it. But yeah, that's kind of where that video came from. But thanks for pointing that out. Pretty cool. And then, by the way, thanks for being around for a long time with that as well. That's pretty cool. All right. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and hop into this week's topic, which I titled, How Does Your Locksmith Business Compare? But really, what we're going to be going over is that, but it's a study that came out. Now, I'm typically a little earlier in the year, end of year, I do this, but I got so distracted doing so many other things. I was like, oh my gosh, here we are. It's May. And I want to get this out there and talk about it. And so it'll be a 2-week thing here. I'm going to do just like I've done in the past. I'll do the majority, half of it today, half of it next Tuesday. We'll kind of finish it up. But essentially every year, the Locksmith Ledger, and back in the day, the Locksmith, the National Locksmith, who doesn't exist anymore, would do this industry survey and kind of get the lay of the land, the temperature of what's going on and all that fun stuff. And so I figured it'd be fun to go over it, talk about it a little bit, see if there's any surprises. And so that's it, right? So let's go ahead and let's pop up the first one. Now, like I said, I put the source right here in the bottom right. These all came from the State of the Industry study in 2023, Locksmith Ledger edition. So go ahead and check it out if you want to get more in depth. You can see it for free on their website, actually. But okay, so the people who responded, right? So the questions that we're going to dive into here in just a minute. And for those of you who are just listening, I'll do my best to talk about it. So the people who responded to this survey for their business profile, the majority of them, 48%, were mobile locksmiths or home locksmiths. 26% were retail locksmith shop stores. 14% were institutional facilities, including schools, hospitals, governments, industrial, just any sort of institutional. And my favorite part is 10% the other, right? And I don't know if I've talked about this in the past, but man, I always wonder, I wonder what the other is. 10% is a pretty large amount. So it'd be fun. I wish we knew what they were. But so we're talking about half of them are going to be, half of the respondents are essentially mobile locksmiths. And then the other 40% are either retail or institutional. All right. That out of the way. Let's go to the first screen here. All right. Oop, whoa. I'm getting clicky again. I'm getting clicky. All right, so, I'm getting ahead of myself here. All right, professional services. So respondents were asked to name the services their business provides, and they were asked to select all that apply. So the sum won't add up to 100%. So not surprisingly here, 77% did commercial door hardware installation, upgrade, repairs. Makes complete sense. The next, which is about the same percent, 77, offered master keying. Next up at 76%, residential lock installation, upgrades, repairs. So the interesting part, right? You look at, I mean, essentially 77% of the people who respond to the survey all do residential, commercial, lock installation and upgrades, repairs, as well as master keying, which makes sense. Next up, 67% did emergency lockout service. 50% did standalone access control. That number is actually higher than I would think it would be. Another about 50% did safe servicing, which is actually higher than I thought it would be. And then 44% did transponder programming, 32% network access control, 26% video surveillance, and then my favorite, the 14%, the other. So looking at this, I mean, I think it's pretty traditional, right? I think for the most part, if you think over the past 30 years, if you say, hey, what kind of services does a locksmith provide? They're going to be, residential, commercial, door hardware, repairing and keying and that sort of thing. So it makes sense. And by the way, a lot of them also do lockouts. So makes a lot of sense here. All right, so let's get into the, you're a little farther here. Okay, so what products does your company sell? Now, based on the last results, it makes complete sense that they're selling mechanical door hardware, 81%, 54% electrified door hardware, 52% access control, 51% safe locks, and 50% sell retail impulse items, and 48% also automotive. So all of those numbers kind of match the previous question, so that all makes sense. But this is where the fun begins for me. All right, this is where the fun begins. So what product category do you most want to add to your business? Now, I'd like to ask all of you who are watching live with me here, as well as if you're watching afterwards, where do you fall into this? Okay, so when it comes to what product category do you want to add to your business? Okay, and when I look at this, I'm thinking service here, right? What product category do you want to add? So out of the ones listed here, let me know what, where you are on this as well. It'll be fun. So the largest amount, which is a pretty small amount, 11% wanted to add access control. The interesting thing with access control, let's talk about it for a minute, is that some states, even like the state I am in here in Idaho, you have to have a small voltage license to do that type of work, right? So, it's kind of challenging. I don't know, many other states have that same problem as well. But that's the biggest one. So next biggest, which goes along with it, is electrified door hardware. Makes sense, right? And so that's the next biggest of the categories. And from there, it's kind of split very small percentages: safes, video surveillance, home automation, which is a whole other topic another day, right? Home automation is interesting because they kind of went the DTC route, right? Direct to consumer, as far as the sales of the products are concerned. But I think there's a huge opportunity in market still to this day for installing these items, setting these items up. I mean, I know several locksmiths who get paid to put in Ring doorbells, right? Or and that sort of stuff. And why not? A lot of people don't want to do it themselves. They want to pay a professional to do it. So that's pretty cool. Automotive, 5%, 3.5% for alarms. But for me, the thing that I find most interesting, and I really want to know what you think who are listening and watching right now, is 45.9% did not want to add to their business. That's a large percentage. 45% is happy with the hog they've been cutting. Very interesting to me. I would love a follow-up question on that, honestly. What is that, why? Very, very interesting. Yeah, and Nick's Lock and Security from in the comments there. Yeah, with the whole access control thing, I've talked a lot about this off camera, but man, there has to be a bridge that needs to be built, in my opinion, between Aloha and the electrical contractors. I mean, there has to be a way down in the future for locksmiths to get an exemption license through some training, maybe done at Aloha or somewhere else, to get this work back to a traditional locksmith and just not to like an integrator, right? I mean, the biggest segment we've seen grow is just the integrator market, right? And a lot of it has been taken from the locksmithing market from my perspective. But when it comes to the actual service work, but anyways, that's kind of where I'm at the moment on that. James, interesting, says, yeah, don't want help because I can't get good help. Yeah, I mean, it's fair. I mean, that's a fair assessment for sure. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, is it ever a great, I mean, I think getting good help is universal. Getting the right people on your team can be a struggle for sure. I mean, it's stuff that, we deal with here as well. I mean, I don't think anyone's exempt for that for sure. PAX Access Control, how's it going? It says, I'm in Maryland. Access Control is covered with the Locksmith license. That's awesome. Really like to hear that. And we actually need a lot more of that. I mean, I've even talked to some Aloha members about it. I'm like, hey, we need to figure out a path here. Okay, let's see here. Perfect. Okay, let's keep it going. All right, next one here is revenue. Okay, let's get into the juicy stuff here. Revenue 2023 versus 2022, 33% said their revenue was about even from 22 to 23. Now, I know as a whole, there's a lot of businesses from 22 to 23 have taken a significant hit. A lot of businesses were down in 2023. So 33% being even. I don't know. I think it's pretty interesting. And then, yeah, we'll look ahead. And then from there, if you just kind of look to the right and look to the left, you'll see that the remaining majority was slightly up over slightly down. So that's cool to see. But of course, to get into the juice a little bit more, what really matters here is profit, right? So 33% that their revenue was about even from the previous year. But 36% said that their profit was about even. Now, once again, when you look to the right, to the left, you'll see that there was a little bit more significantly up than significantly down. So that's good. None of this surprises me at all. I mean, I've even been talking to quite a few manufacturers, even right now in 2024. And it's my understanding that quite a bit of companies in our industry right now are down. Very interesting. Now, of course, you kind of expect to see this, right? The revenue, look at the revenue slide, and then you look at the profit slide. You sure hope, right, that those match to some level because, you don't want to be significantly up and with your profit significantly down, right? Yeah. Very, very interesting. So those are the slides I have for you this week, and we'll get more into the weeds next week as well. I can't believe we're already 20 minutes in here, but let me read through the comments here a little bit. Let's see here. Scudo, how's it going? Says, there were no auto locksmiths within 2.5 hours of me, so I added service 18 months ago. So I now fall into the none category due to the added workload. Okay, very cool. Well, hey, really awesome to see you find a opportunity and hop into it. I hope it's not only for the last 18 months has been going well for you, but hopefully also profitable. That's really cool. Let's see here. James has going says, I imagine that these days alarms, access control, and cameras could also require basic computer networking skills. That sounded right. Does that sound right to anyone in those areas? Yeah, it's very interesting. I would guess so. Let's see here. I like it. Okay. Good stuff. So yeah, so that's kind of where we're at right now, guys. Next week, we're going to really hop into more of the weeds, about the same amount of slides going into some different areas. So it'll be pretty cool. But yeah, I would say for me, looking at these, sitting in May 2024, not surprising. Yeah, I mean, thankfully, I think I told you guys we were up last year, record year again. Very, very fortunate to be there. This year's been going well as well. And truthfully, and who we have to thank for that is you all. So I honestly can't thank you enough. It's very humbling for you guys to give us your business. And I just, really want to just thank you for that. Yeah, so there we have it. Julio, you've been pretty quiet. I've been talking a lot, Julio. We haven't been hearing much out of you. Let's go ahead. We're going to get ready to announce the winners. Let's go ahead and put a little bit of tunes on, okay? And this week's winners. But before we do, let's go ahead and make sure that we are on the same page on what to do if you win. You want to email us your shipping info to sales@CLKsupplies.com or call us at 800-848-6989 and we'll send your gifts soon. How to win. Comment on our videos with the hashtag Lockboss. Winners will be chosen from comments on the previous week's videos for our weekly giveaway. No purchase necessary. All right. With that being said, let's go ahead and hop into the winners. Here we go. Winner number 1 is David Myers, $79.85. Congratulations. Winner number 2 is William C. 2553. Congrats. Winner number 3 is Mayo's Service and Repair. Congratulations. Winner number 4 is John Hill, 4185. Congrats. And of course, last but not least, winner number 5 this week is Derek Brosler, 7687. Very cool, Derek. Congratulations. And well, yeah, that's the show today, everybody. Yeah, let me hop back in the comments here. Yeah, definitely congrats to all the winners. Man, I tell you what, how fun would it be? So this is an idea I've been thinking about for a while, and I want to know what you all think as we kind of end the show and see what you think here. So what would you guys think if here in a few weeks, so we'll do part 2 next week of this. The following week, I'm going to have the Lockfather on. He is feeling better, by the way, and we'll get him on in 2 weeks from now, helping us announce the 5 lucky $500 winners. But what do you guys think about the week after, or the week after that, or maybe the following one? We do something where we go on live here. I throw a comment in. It's going to be a link to where you can hop in and come live with me, video chat on the show. I think it'd be kind of fun. What do you guys all think? What do you all think? Let me know about that, okay? Okay, so another question I see you guys coming at. Can't wait for, let's see here. Sherelle says, can't wait for your big reveals, PJ. Me neither. What was the new release? Okay, so we haven't released it yet, but that's what I can tell you. Lily and I last week did create a teaser video where I do spill the beans, and I don't know. I haven't got a chance to sit down with her this week, but we're going to release it in the next 2 weeks. Okay. If it's not going to be this Sunday, it'll be the following. I don't know. Maybe we'll surprise you before that, but we're going to get it out soon as a sneak peek. Now, I know you're going to have tons of questions about it. I mean, I cannot wait to show you. Okay. Oh my gosh. Let me, okay, I'll tell you a couple things. One, it is something as of right now that does not exist. Okay. I don't believe it exists. I have not seen it anywhere else. I will tell you that it is a app. Okay. I will tell you that it is an app for Android and iOS. I have it on my phone right now. I will tell you that I've spent over a year on it. Way too much time. And it's kind of my actual hobby. I'll tell you, I've been upset. I'm obsessed with it. I have a hard time going anywhere and not using it. James says, I don't have any questions. I bribed Billy with those snacks and he told me everything. Oh, no, definitely not a golf app. That's funny. No, it's good. So I'm really giving you guys a lot. I'm giving you a lot here, more than I ever have. Man, I mean, I want to tell you so bad, really where we're at. Okay. And let me just tell you where we're at right now. It's done. Okay. It's done. We're in the middle of moving everything from, test servers to production servers, because I want this thing as lightning fast as humanly possible. So we're in the middle of getting all the AWS, all that kind of fun stuff set up. Really the only thing left is like I have the private app on my phone, right? So I mean that part's all done and good. We haven't submitted it to the Play stores yet. We haven't submitted that yet, mainly because we have a few little tiny kind of things we got to button up. But yeah, so that's kind of I don't know. Is that it's not a golf app. Let's see here. It will take forever after it's on an Android. So it's not a merch store. Let's see here. Show us your apps on your phone and we'll see who catches it. I'm tempted actually. But I know you can pause the screen on the recording. If it was only live, I'd do it. We just got stickers in. I just saw some stickers in about this product. Yeah, I tell you what, I couldn't be more excited to release it. I will tell you that. So the goal is for us to release it no later than Aloha. I'm hoping before that. It's going to be at the mercy of just getting the approval from the app stores. I've never done that before. So must be a little learning curve there. But I don't know. So the funny part is, it's been, I think I've teased you here and there, but I mean, it's really been over a year of silence for us. And it's been so hard. Like right now, okay, as we sit here, right here. Okay, you can't see any of it, can you? No, okay. Right here is stuff that we've been using for the app, okay? It's sitting right here. And it has been like, and there's some videos, I will tell you this, there's some videos that I've recorded that my real reason for being where I was actually for the app. And I was like, okay, how do I also make a video with this? And that's what some of the videos have been. But yeah, so, okay, I better quit saying anything else about it. Let's see here. Is it an app where you drown your red worm? Red worm app. Let's see here. Tell us now, anytime, Locksmith says. I want to so bad. But that's what I'm telling you. Okay, I want to. Let's. Yeah, I'll just. We'll just have to see, won't we? We'll just have to see. He said, yeah, there's nothing like it on the market right now. I don't know if there will be, for sure. I'm sure at some point, but I tell you what, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I tell you what. I hope, and I'm being sincere here, I hope it's the most hopeful thing that you all have had in a long time. So I'll leave it at that. Okay, I'll leave it at that. But let's see here. Is it a gambling app? But instead of winning money, you win some of PJ's extra M1 and Y1 keys. I like it. That's a good idea. Oh man, that's good. Yeah, it's just our secret, right? It's just our secret. So yeah, it seems like it looking here. Yeah, so it looks like a lot of you are saying it might be fun to actually have some of you guys opportunity to come on live and chat. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be fun to be able to have you guys hop on video and chat for a few minutes, put a timer on or something, give anyone who wants 2-3 minutes or something. I don't know. Could be cool. But anyways, everybody, hey, it's about that time. So I tell you what, everybody, thank you for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for all your guesses. They're good. They're good. Good ideas. I love the red worm app thing. That'd be fun. A CLK Supplies app where you do your shopping right through the app. That's interesting. I can't confirm or deny that might, I don't know, maybe be on the app, but that is definitely not the main function at all. Definitely not. I like it. Good guesses, everybody. Good guesses. I like it a lot. Being app purchases are free. What's it? Okay, one last question here. Is this a purchase app or will it be an app purchases or free? How do I answer that? There will be, it won't be free. And I can get into the reasons for that another day. It will be very inexpensive though. I can't tell you that. But it'll be what I consider very, very inexpensive. So yeah. And the cool part is it's not gimmicky at all. It's not gimmicky at all. I'm telling you what. Changing the subject. I like it, guys. You guys are, you know what? I just really appreciate you all. You guys are absolutely amazing. And thanks for playing along with me and all your guesses and stuff. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. And I really appreciate you all hanging out with me today. So, all right, everybody. Well, hey, that is it. I don't know. Maybe next week we'll be talking about it. I don't know if it's going to go this Sunday, next Sunday, before, randomly. I don't know. Probably Lily and Kylie in particular, when they see this, they're going to be like, PJ, what the heck are you doing? Why are you even talking about it that much? But I don't know. Maybe, when you own the company, you can, I guess, not get in too much trouble by saying what you said. I don't know. Anyways, everybody, hey, have a wonderful evening. As always, Julio, put some music on. Come on now. Let's have a little bit of fun as we get out of here. And see you same place, same time next week. All right? We'll see y'all. Take care.
you.